we don't damage it.
Jeez, they did a good job, didn't they?
Oh, these are probably the best guys around. They do mining equipment too. I think all the journals have been machined as well. So they've ground that back to good metal. They've welded it all up and then remachined it. They've welded that up, machined it, and then recut the thread on there because the old thread was worn out. Even the back they've had to do. The flywheel was loose. This flywheel area has been machined back, welded up, and reground to size.
So what was it damaged on here?
It had a lip around here where the flywheel was moving around.
Yep, okay.
I won't unwrap the rest.
No, don't unwrap the rest.
Oh, and then they've had to set it up in a mill and dial in number 1 to recut these. They've got to be exactly up lined with number 1 so the timing is right for the valves and the injection. Because they were all flogged out too.
So what?
That's the cam gear.
So what was wrong?
Balancer.
Maybe just explain quickly what happened with the cam gear.
Because the balancer was loose, it was flogging around, and then that means there was no pressure on the cam gear, so it was moving around as well. So they're both flogged out on the shaft. They were both loose on the shaft. It's probably hard to tell there, yeah.
Oh, you can see it there.
Yeah. It's been loose all around there. It's even...
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a new one of those. We've got a new nut. That thread's all crook in there.
Is that it there?
Oh, there, yeah. So we've got a new gear here we've got to push on. Matt's got the hub. New nut to lock it on with. And a new taper lock. So the hub, the balancer goes on.
That goes the other way.
No, it goes that way. Balancer goes there. This pushes into the balancer. And then the nut goes on and locks it all up.
Oh, okay. So if that front of that balancer was so buggered, that out of round on that balancer would have been putting the worst harmonics through it all.
Yeah.
Especially if Matt was caning it in the bush. Like, it's just...
Even... I've read where people have tried pulling these off with a puller on forums, and they say don't do that because it's got a taper lock. Actually, look at that. It's cracked all around there anyway. Oh, that's from them trying to pull it off.
Yeah, they would have damaged that.
Yep. Because if you crack the taper, it'll just drop off.
Yeah.
So this, I don't know if you'll be able to see.
Yeah, it's absolutely stuffed.
See all that?
Yeah.
It's just, it's been spinning.
But he went back to this mechanic how many times because the front seal wasn't sealing. Because it wouldn't have been sealing because the balancer's so out of round.
Plus, it's probably leaking oil through here. The oil will escape between. When that's loose, the oil will go down here, follow the keyway down, and probably coming out. Oh, see, it was. See, it's all.
Yeah, it's all wet.
Yeah, it's all come out there as well. But yeah, that'll be like that.
Oh, in my driveway when we were looking at it was...
Yeah.
Oh, it was your worst nightmare for him anyway.
Yep.
I can't believe how much of a good job they've done. That's like brand new. It's better than brand new.
They this company's been around forever. They I don't know if they do it anymore. They used to do mining equipment and stuff.
And Dad's been busy cleaning up the rest of the parts. There's the front timing cover. The sump's all been cleaned up. And he'll get this all back together.
Well, it's roughly clean. I'll just do a final clean when it goes together.
Yeah.
So I've had to pull, I don't know if you saw that, I've pulled all the front off, all the gears off. So I've got to replace or reseal this around here.
Yeah.
I'll wash up the timing gears, put it all together.
Yeah. And that gear, that front timing gear on that crank didn't chop out that other gear.
There's only one gear on the crankshaft.
Yeah, but...
Oh, no, that's all right.
Okay. Oh.
Give it on. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
So there we have it all together. All the bottom ends all done. Sumps on. All the front timing cases on. The new nuts ready to go. And we've got the balancer ready to go. Dad's just put this plate here to hold the flywheel while we torque up the front harmonic balancer. And obviously that'll come off. We'll put the clutch on and then we can put it in the car finally. We've got the brand new balancer in here. All shiny and new. Now that's one part of the balancer. And then the second part's here. And that will obviously get bolted onto that. And then we can put it on the motor. So that's the new balancer. Nice and tight.
Now, this is a new crank. Imagine the wear in the old crank and that.
Oh. She's knackered.
Imagine with the wear how much that would be wobbling around.
Yeah, I know.
Newton meters to 324 Newton meters. So if we have 1 meter, we need 320 newtons, which is 32 kilograms. I'll just use some bathroom scales. Double check that. Beautiful.
It's in. We had a little trouble there getting the input shaft into the spigot. What the hell is he doing? What are you doing?
Trying to clear it. I want one of your t-shirts that says Sooot, whatever it is. You reckon your diesels blow black smoke? I can blow as much as my petrol. Oh. Okay, that's in place. That's good enough. I'll start doing it tomorrow.
So Dad's gone ahead and got all the accessories on. We've just got the intercooler pipes to put on. He's just putting the battery in now. And we're going to start it for the first time since doing the motor. You can see that gasket there that was leaking. All these exhaust manifold bolts were loose. So hopefully that fixes that leak on that manifold. Well, here we go, first start. Dirty. It doesn't have that nice diesel knock like the direct injection has, doesn't it?
No, because that's what indirect.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't sound as nice, does it? I don't reckon it does.
It's more absorbed. Hang on, I should just test it to start with. Get something short there.
When Matt had this motor fitted, they didn't wire up the thermo fan on the intercooler, so Dad's gone ahead and wired that all up and we're just testing it now. It's not as loud as I thought it was going to be.
That's it. We don't know if that switch is working or not.
It's not a very efficient. Yeah, it blows up as well. So the switch in it works, which if you can see up there, the switch is in the back.
That's the best way to have that hooked up. Better than a switch. You could put a manual override to kick it on and keep it on if you wanted to, but
you just leave it like that, yeah.
Yeah. As soon as the air gets warm enough, bang, it starts cooling.
I don't know. I just thought if you're driving through a shopping centre, if it was anything like my thermo fan, you wouldn't want it going ring. It'd be just do your head in, I think. You'd have to glow it, I think. Bloody indirect. So we're just letting it warm up, get the temperature. The intercooler's all bolted on. It's all running. We've just got to put the bonnet on, and then we'll go for a couple runs around the block, make sure it's all good, and that'll be it. Long aerials.
These you blow smoke.
Yeah, way too filled up. He needs to turn that back, that fuel off, I think. But oh, it actually pulls pretty hard.
Yeah. Look at the smoke.
Bloody hell, I've never felt it go like that before. It actually goes pretty good. Matt just drives like a bit of a grandma, I think. Look at that.
Normally boost those to, I think factory 6. You want to have a drive?
Yeah, I want to have a go.
Brakes don't work.
Don't they? Yeah, it's because he's got 35s on it. Oh, we just got back, everything went pretty good. It actually goes not too bad for a TD anyway. So we've just finished doing our final checks on everything and it's all good. Matt's on his way now to come pick it up. So I'll give you a quick rundown of everything that happened. It got, the bottom end's been fully reconditioned with new big end and main bearings. It's had a new clutch in it. All the balancer, the front nut and the taper locks all new. And obviously all new genuine gaskets that Dad's replaced. And fresh oils and whatnot, as you would do. So it's all ready to go. It's not been dodged up, so Matt should be pretty happy once he gets here. And if anyone's interested or curious, I should say, of how much the crank was to get remachined, I won't tell you the exact price Matt paid, but it starts off at around $1,000 just to get that front section machined. But as Dad explained earlier, how the front timing gear on it was rattling and whatnot, it ended up costing a bit more because he got the full works done. They polished all the journals and did all whatnot. So, but anyway, it's all done, it's all fixed, and he'll be happy to get his car back. Oh, I'll enjoy.